Yo, what's good? Welcome to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. I'm Penn.
I'm Pops.
What's poppin'?
Welcome.
Man, oh man. What's goody, Mom?
Normally I say happy Thursday, but it is happy Sunday.
It is indeed.
I had to do a little wait till March Madness Selection Sunday so we knew who we were talking about.
Gotta know who you're talking about. We almost made a couple of blunders too. We almost messed up, had to do some note taking and some note adjusting on the fly right quick.
Walked in and I was like, we might be
I got some good news and some bad news.
We might be in trouble.
But we good.
So, yeah.
How you feel, bro?
I feel good.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see you.
I'm excited.
We're here.
Episode 4. Thank you to all of you that are liking, subscribing, listening. Continue to do that. Please pass it on.
We're in episode 4.
What's
Where
that?
can they find us? We should tell them. We never tell them.
We do never tell them.
We do never tell them.
We're in a lot of places.
For sure.
Instagram.
Penn and Pops.
Penn and Pops.
Yep.
Twitter.
Oh, I'm sorry. No, Penn and Pops 317 Sports Project.
Correct.
My bad. You're right. 317 Sports Project.
Yeah. Obviously, you can go to our Buzzsprout website, which will have all of our different podcast things and links there. Please go check that out. Find
Twitter,
us on YouTube.
317 Sports Project on YouTube, indeed.
Yeah.
Penn and Pops on Twitter. That was my bad. I got too excited because I like saying that shit.
Yeah,
Penn and Pops.
Penn and Pops. But episode 4. So, of course, we're going to roll with what's going on in the sports world and talk about March Madness.
F.U. Tom Brady.
And that.
Yep.
Because you try to steal everyone's thunder.
You're not stealing our light, T. Brady. You're not doing it. We're not doing it. We're not going to entertain it. We're not doing it. We're going to talk about March Madness with excitement. Biatch.
I dislike you. That's how I feel about it.
I dislike you as well. For sure.
So yeah, college basketball.
Hell yeah, dog. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
Before we start getting into March Madness, leading up to about 10 days ago, I watched about as much hoops as Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder, so this is gonna, I'm just being honest. I haven't watched a lot of college hoops this last year.
Actually, nothing.
Stevie Wonder ain't seen none, you know what I'm saying? So I'm just letting you know. I haven't watched a lot of college hoops, but the last 10 days, I've been on it. I'm excited. This is March Madness is wide the F open, dog. Yeah, when we had planned to do this episode because of when, luckily the timing of when this was going to come out of our bi-weekly episodes, we noticed that fourth one was going to fall on the first week of March Madness, so we had to do that. Such a good call on your part. I had a little panic moment of realizing how little college basketball that I watched this year. Still don't feel comfortable. Better than I did. Facts. But I don't feel as confident as I normally do. So when I fill out my bracket this year, or when you watch this episode in the next couple of days, take all of this shit for what you will. We are no Jay Billis, but we're here to have a good ass time. We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it because we are opinionated. He ain't lying. So, while we were taking these notes and I was researching for this, I noticed and realized a couple of things, Pops. What you got? Number one, some of these college basketball coaches have been around for 78 years. Long ass time. I'm talking 25, 30, 35, like at the same college program. I went and looked up some of these teams knowing they had a new coach. Like, that motherfucker's still there? Long ass times. Secondly, it's really, really hard to get wins in the NCAA tournament. There are some phenomenal coaches who are knocked out first round, second round, Sweet 16 at best, and have been 20 times. It's unbelievable. Yeah, it's when you're going against teams that you have never played, seen, and you're trying to prep in a 3-day span with what scheme they run to try to hopefully have the staff and the players to stop them. I mean, it's anyone's moment. No doubt. This is about seizing moments. Obviously, your top seeds are your top seeds. Yeah. And you expect them to go kind of deep.
kind of deep, but again, we've seen that not work. I mean, you've seen big upsets, and there will be upsets this year because there's a lot of good programs.
I'm here for the upsets.
I'm absolutely
here for the upsets.
Please give me upsets.
100%.
No one wants to see 1-1-1-1
No.
in the Final Four.
No.
No.
I love the fact that a 1-16 has actually happened.
Mm-hmm.
I love that 2-15, 3-14 happens so much now. It's like there's a couple of them that might lose. Like I'm here for the upsets.
Yeah.
And I'm excited.
Yeah, give me as many upsets as possible. We'll talk about a few that we think are possible, just kind of when we were looking at stats and what rosters look like. And we have our brackets out here to kind of maybe give you some other examples, but it'll be completely shot in the dark. So if you're trying to like go, hey, I'll put 20 on it because Penn and Pops said it, I wouldn't. That's on you.
Put it on it for us. Put it on it. We got you. Put it on it for your boys. I got 5 on it.
Just remember, that was your decision.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Choices. It's a gamble. It's a gamble.
Yeah.
So, you want to break into the second segment, I guess, after the intro?
Yeah.
The Indiana tournament teams.
Indiana tournament teams. You know, being a 317 sports project, I figure a good point would be to talk about the Indiana teams that were actually in there.
It's only right. It's only right. And I'm actually excited about it.
Indiana's got some good-ass teams.
Yo, bro, I'm sorry I've been in Ohio too long. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all.
They got some good-ass teams.
You are not lying.
So let's talk about, first we're going to go to Purdue. We just finished watching them.
Runner-ups. Yeah, runner-ups in the Big Ten tournament.
Runner-ups in the Big Ten.
Yeah. So they finished 27-7, right? Is that right?
Correct.
Yeah, they finished 27-7.
27-7. 16-1 at home.
Great record.
Yeah.
Big Ten tournament runner-ups.
Yep.
They're ready to go.
Yeah, they got a star player in Jaden Ivey, which a lot of our Pacers family has been really lobbying for him to come to the Pacers as long as the Pacers keep that top 5 pick. His mom played for the Fever. His mom is the head coach of the Fighting Irish for the women's side. A lot of Indiana ties.
He's from South Bend.
And he's from South Bend.
And
he's damn good.
Question.
Yeah.
6'3".
6'4".
Okay, 6'4". We'll give him that. Why does Indiana want another 6'4"-esque player?
If they draft Jaden Ivey,
yes,
Buddy Hield will not be there next year.
If they draft Jaden Ivey, Buddy Hield will not be there.
They would trade him in the offseason.
You don't think they would get rid of someone else? Because we don't have a shooter if we get rid of, not like Buddy Hield. If we let Buddy Hield go, we don't have a shooter.
Who would you get rid of? Duarte?
That's exactly you know what I'm saying? That's exactly what I'm saying, Pops.
Right, because a lot of it is, the other one was, and we'll talk about him, one of the twins from Iowa. That was playing today. Keegan Murray.
Right? Baller.
He fits actually the need of that power forward, the taller position.
Tall ass
fadeaway jumper,
Danny Granger as
He fits more of what our style actually needs.
All right.
I think Ivey's the more exciting player.
Yeah, he's
the downhill Ja Morant, Donovan Mitchell.
Yep.
Get to the basket, put your body on the line.
I mean, he's
early Dwayne Wade.
He's averaging 17 a game.
He's a hell of a player.
He's getting it done.
But again, you're going, our point guard next year is an inch taller than him.
No doubt.
So again, we have this combo guard thing that the Pacers have been doing for the last 8 years.
No doubt.
George Hill,
Paul George,
Brogdon,
Danny Granger. Yeah. So what do you guys think we should do? What do you guys think we should do?
Yeah.
I like Ivy, but I don't know that's what the Pacers needs. Anyway, moving on. My bad.
Yeah. So he's going to be a top 5 pick.
For sure.
Then you got Zach Edey, 7'4".
This dude is 8 feet tall. And can hoop.
He can hoop. Gets tired. I would say his energy levels are but luckily Purdue has our other dude down low that had his game.
Trevion Williams.
Who?
I love Trevion Williams.
His court vision, his little behind the back passes.
Unbelievable.
He's more of their
He's an athletic Zebo. He's an athletic Zebo to me.
Exactly.
He can pass,
yeah,
crash the boards, big body, senior, knows what's going on, been around in the program. Like, to me, he's the glue of that squad. I know that Jade is important. I know that Z Edey gets down, but T. Williams, watching him the last couple of weeks, he is the man on that squad.
I've seen Z Edey win. Here's the thing that made me concerned for Edey. It said when he got when he was on his 11th or 12th rebound, and they said, ooh, he got his career high.
Fair.
I just had flashbacks of Roy Hibbert.
Fair.
And Roy Hibbert's 3 inches shorter than him.
No doubt.
How is 13 rebounds your career high at 7'4"?
You should come up on 11 rebounds a game on accident.
Thank you.
No doubt.
So that tells me he's not as quick on his feet, so his footwork needs work, period. He got beat a couple times on the defensive side.
But he's got great footwork on the offensive end.
Well, it's not translating to defense.
Right?
So I don't know what coach needs to go.
Snarf.
Why can't you make your feet do that over here?
No doubt.
Because I saw him get beat a couple times.
All right.
And then some ticky-tack fouls.
My G.
So that was my concern for him.
All right.
Still great.
Zach Edey also needs to do some more eating because he's a little light in the ass, but he's 8 feet tall,
yeah,
so
it looks a little weird.
He's a little white. He's a little light, but that's cool. My thing with them, with Purdue, number 2 in offensive efficiency, which is super dope.
Yeah.
But 120 something, depending upon what list you're looking at, in defensive efficiency,
ain't gonna cut that.
That's not gonna get it done.
Not in tournament
That's
time.
not gonna get it done. I took some notes and dated back to 2016's most teams that made the Final Four are in the top 45 to top 50 at the worst in adjusted defensive efficiency, with the caveat or with the one team that, the outlier, for lack of being termed, being UCLA last year. They were 86, lost in the Final Four.
Yeah.
So, I'm nervous.
The NCAA, as it gets closer to Sweet 16, top 8, you're going to realize that you got to have a little size.
No doubt.
And you have to be able to play lockdown D.
Got to have
Maybe
guards.
not all game,
Yep.
but in those crucial moments, defense is going to win.
Yep.
These first few games, you'll have some who hit the most threes and a lot of offensive output because teams are trying to get to understand in 40 minutes how to stop it.
Facts.
But the Elite 8,
Sweet 16 and on,
they're going to know how to stop
you
that.
got a ball.
They've been programmed to do so.
You got a ball.
Yeah.
If you get to the Sweet 16, no matter what seed you are, your team has been through it. You're tight. Your defense is ready. You guys have probably been around for a few years or whatever the case may be. You know each other. There's camaraderie on that squad, and you're ready to ball. So you got to be ready to go in the Sweet 16. Coach Painter.
Yep.
I'm not mad at him. 17th year at Purdue, 67 winning percentage from Fort Wayne.
Yep.
Did you know that?
I
didn't know he was an Indiana man. I mess with that. I love that. 2019 Coach of the Year. Went to the Elite 8 in 2019. Sweet 16 in 09, 17, and 18. It's a good-ass program.
He's a winning coach.
It's a good-ass program.
Yeah, he's a winning coach.
So,
they've had some great players come through that program in the last 10 years, and it makes sense with this coach being at the forefront.
No doubt. What seed did they get? Where is PU?
They got the 3rd seed.
They got the 3rd seed.
East.
In the East region.
So they're going to play Yale.
All right. I'm not nervous about that.
Nope.
I'm nervous about Texas after that.
Yes.
That Texas game is going to be all the way real. And they got Kentucky, too. That's a tough-ass bracket.
Yeah.
But they're battle-tested. They got a good squad. We'll see what's popping.
And it's almost good that they kind of didn't have a good game today.
You're not lying.
They're going to, with Painter, he's going to go, okay, we're going to learn from this loss.
Absolutely.
And apply what we didn't do today to the tournament so we make sure we're prepared.
Very fair.
When you're going into it with too much momentum, too hot, you think you can't be beat, it's almost nice to have these life lessons, these coaching moments to kind of go, see guys, stay humble.
A little humility.
Like, stay humble. Let's go ahead and get back to basics and know how we play. They didn't control the game that they normally do. They had a lot of turnovers, a lot of fumbling. Even Ivey looked a little sloppy and losing the ball on his control, which normally the paint's his sweet spot.
Yep.
They looked like they weren't ready for that big moment.
Probably a little tired.
Probably
a little mentally tired from the weekend.
Yeah.
I always get nervous when a team is on a 15, 16 game winning streak going into the tournament.
Hands down.
You need a loss in there.
Yeah.
You need a loss in there, so for sure. Next up,
IU.
Your boys.
IU. You know what? Mike Wooden. Hey, I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of these guys. Loved when they hired Mike to come in to coach. Knew that he was going to turn the program around. Now,
did you know it was going to happen this quick?
No, because they're young. That takes time. You got to put in schemes and make sure your players are buying into those schemes.
They got to trust you.
You got to trust you.
And your whole staff. So you
and lost a lot of close games in the beginning of the season. You know, they ended up being 20-13.
Yep.
Towards after the end of the Big Ten tournament, 9-11 in the conference. Ooh. But if you look at those conference games, there's a lot of 5-point losses, 3-point losses, 10-point. Like, that's a missed three. That's a bad bounce. That's
free throws.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But young team, and this is the first Big Ten tournament semifinal since 2016.
I know, man.
Like, Mike, great momentum going in.
They were a bubble team.
Complete bubble team.
They were 100. I don't know. They actually may have been more on the out. Like, I guess you were a bubble team, but they played themselves in.
Not only did you need to beat Michigan,
for sure.
You had to beat Michigan. You weren't going to make it in if Michigan would have won that game. But the fact that you got to the semifinals, that sealed it.
Yeah, man, and losing on that last second hell by a 370-year-old Bohannon, great shot. It'll be a memory forever, but that's a tough loss.
It's a tough loss.
It's a very, very tough loss. Remember, what was that dude's name? Jerry? Were you around for Jerry McNamara? Do you remember him? Is that his name? From Syracuse? Some of you guys out there, I think that was his name. No, his last name was McNamara, and he won a championship with Carmelo at Syracuse.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah, he won a championship with Carmelo back in Syracuse. He ended up being in college for 7 years. He was around forever. And Bohannon reminds me of him a great deal. But they'll be dangerous. Indiana will be dangerous in the tournament for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, they're long, play great defense, swarming defense.
No doubt.
They had Michigan confused when they were playing. They had them confused.
That's perfectly said.
Had no idea how to deal with the length. Yeah, great. I mean, they're playing. They have nothing to lose.
No doubt.
Right?
No doubt.
No one expected them to be where they are right now.
Nope. Hell no.
So there's no pressure.
Hell no.
No
pressure
whatsoever.
They're playing free. And again, big ups to Coach Woodson. Phenomenal job in year one. I didn't know if you guys knew, but he is an Indianapolis, Naptown guy, Broad Ripple High School, played with Isaiah Thomas, Sweet 16 in 1980. Great job. Congratulations on being back. You got me watching IU basketball again. Good. I appreciate you, Pops. You got me watching IU basketball again. I am on notice. I am on watch.
Hands down.
For sure. You want to take a break? You want to keep going?
Let's take a little break. We got a couple more teams on the other side. Let's take a quick break.
For sure. I'm going to fill up my drink, do a little something. We'll be back with the 317 Sports Project after these messages.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
So, we have a confession to make. Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops.
Yep.
We have a confession to make. We didn't audio record none of that last shit.
No. So the microphones didn't mean anything in the first segment. And we made an executive decision to just keep going. And I'll figure it out later.
Either that or go back and fake run through it again.
Nah. Nah.
That is not it.
Nah.
So,
keep going.
we back. Moving on to the Indiana squads that made the tournament. We got the Notre Dame Fighting Irish out of the ACC, the ACC. 22-10, 15-5 in the conference. Not bad at all. Finished third, 14-1 at the crib. Great run. Started off slow. This is actually good right here. They started off slow. They lost 5 of their first 8 or 9 games out of the deck. St. Mary's, Texas A&M, Illinois, Indiana, all tourney teams. They beat Kentucky, and that kind of give them a springboard.
That should give you a springboard.
They lost to Indiana the week after that. In all fairness,
okay,
and then they went on and went crazy. But playing Indiana, Kentucky back to back is a tough 2 games. But that gave them a great springboard. They won 7 out of their last 8. I think you said in the notes. Did you put that in there? Going into Selection Sunday, they won 7 of the last 8. Did you put that in there?
No, you did.
I did? I'm a genius. Lost 5 games since losing to Indiana in December. Great defensive team. Playing great basketball at the right time.
Yeah, Blake Wesley.
6'5" freshman out of South Bend.
Ooh.
Homie can hoop. Homie can super hoop. 14.5 points a game. 3.5 rebounds. 2.5 assists. He's getting at it. 6'5" guard. That's a tall guard.
It's a big man.
That's getting at it.
Paul Atkinson. Yeah.
12-7. Yeah, man. They may do some damage in there. What you think?
Yeah, who do they got again? They're playing game, right? So they have Rutgers in the first 4. I believe that's the Wednesday night?
That's Ron Harper Jr. in them.
Yeah.
That homie's nasty.
Yeah. So that's going to be a hell of a good first 4 game.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah, I'll pay attention.
The first 4 games are hard, or whatever it is. They're both good-ass games.
Yeah, I don't care about the 2-16 ones.
No.
But the 11-game Rutgers Notre Dame and the Indiana Wyoming, those are going to be really good games.
Both games have an Indiana squad.
Hands down.
No doubt.
Yeah.
What you think of Mike Bray? 22nd year, wins 65% of his games, an Elite 8 run in 15 and 16.
22 years is a long-ass time.
I told you. They be staying around, cuz.
Man.
They be staying around.
That's a long time.
It's a quarter century. Right? And wait till we go on. I mean, they all be like that. Sweet 16 in 03 is pretty much a NCAA early out or an NIT guy.
Yeah.
That's kind of what I saw in my notes. That's pretty much what they do. So, to be completely honest, and I mean this with all love, I don't expect much out of Notre Dame in the tournament. I really don't.
No,
especially
because
what they got going on.
If they win, give me a sec. They are on, where are they at? They will play Alabama if they get past Rutgers.
Ooh. What's Alabama? Is that a 3 seed? What are they?
They're 6.
6 seed. All right.
Not impossible.
No, not at all.
Not impossible.
And if they win those 2 games, what are they? Is that the Sweet 16? Or is that you win those 2 games, the first game is a play-in?
It's your second round.
So that's your second round. So they basically got to win 3 games.
You're going to then go, if you beat Alabama, you'll go to Texas Tech, which you unbeaten Texas Tech. But
that's probably where the run stops.
But
you
possible.
You in there.
Yeah.
And our last thing we're going to talk about is not an attorney, but I felt apt to give him a shout-out, and that's Butler.
Yeah.
I mess with them heavy. They're a Naptown team, but they're out of the Big East, man.
That's a tough conference, man.
Tough conference, bro.
You got Providence, Villanova, Connecticut, Creighton, Seton Hall. I mean...
Twice.
Whew.
You play them twice a year. It's a small fish in a big-ass pond. So I just wanted to give them a shout-out. They're 14-19 this year, 6-14 in conference. The homie LaVall Jordan, 5th year. He's winning 50% of his games. He's a Butler guy.
Yeah.
He played there for 4 years. I actually remember him hooping there. G's up. Made a tournament as a coach in 2016. Probably would have made it in 2020. They went 22-9. They may have got in there. But just give that brother a shot. Be patient with him because they're a very, very small fish in a big-ass pond, man. So big shouts to Butler.
Yeah, big shout.
Yeah, man.
So, Indiana teams, good showing. Good showing in there. You got a few good teams in there that have a chance to make a little bit of a splash. I would say your Purdue and who's our other?
Indiana could get hot.
Indiana could get hot.
They could win 2 or 3. But with IU, I'm more excited about the next 2 or 3 years for IU than I am in the immediate tournament.
Hands down.
For sure.
Hands down. Mike is making a huge case for his recruiting classes coming in.
For sure.
So they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go to the next set of teams. So this is going to go into top seeds. This is where, when we were talking about earlier, I was a little nervous coming in because people were like, Tennessee
Ooh.
could go into that. I was watching ESPN on the way over, and we didn't have that in the notes.
No, we did not. As a number 1 seed, definitely not.
And didn't have any stats written for Tennessee. So I needed y'all not to be a top seed.
For sure.
Because we would have been having to type stuff real quick.
Been a long half an hour trying to figure that shit out.
So, moving on. Got our 4 teams in there. Gonzaga is the number 1 overall seed, which we saw that come in.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Number 1 overall seed. 26-3. Well, 27.
27.
Right? 27-3.
Yep.
13-1 in conference. Hell of a good team. They got WCCU tournament champions beat St. Mary's. What are they?
The fifth number 1
Fifth
seed
number 1 seed.
in history of the program.
I mean,
Mark Few's getting it done.
he's getting it done.
Mark Few's getting it done. We'll talk about some more because I got some questions in a second. But Mark Few, on paper, is getting it done. They're number 1 in offensive efficiency. They got 5 players who average double digits, headed by Drew Timme. Is it Timme? Is that how you pronounce his name, or is it Time? Timme?
Timmy.
Hey, Timme. Timme.
I'll be honest with you.
You don't know.
I don't know.
My ninja. 17.5 points, balling. Your boy Chet Holmgren.
Yeah, Chet. I've actually been following since he was a senior in high school.
Where's he from? Do you know?
Yeah, asked me too quick.
My bad.
No.
Where's he?
Yeah, that was a lot for me to try to comprehend. But I've been following him on Twitter and stuff and watching his high school highlights into college, and then now I think it's his freshman year at Gonzaga. Is it second year at Gonzaga?
Second, probably.
Second year.
I feel like he was there last year.
But he's supposedly supposed to be the number 1 overall pick going into this year's draft. So he's a hell of a talent and has a lot of potential depending on what team drafts him.
I'm not all the way excited, but I figured you.
Yeah.
I'm not all the way sold yet on Chet Holmgren or Drew Timme, but they made it to the national championship last year, so they're doing something right. You know, they're hungry to get back in it. So I don't think you're all the way wrong.
Yeah, and you lose to Baylor last year.
You do.
Yeah.
So you're hungry. You're very hungry. Personally, I don't know that I think Gonzaga plays. How do I say it? I don't think they play like a tough enough schedule consistently
compared to some of these other ones.
years. Compared to some of the teams that may be a little bit more battle tested. They did play Texas. They played UCLA. They played Duke. They played Texas Tech. With that said, they also play a West Coast Conference schedule that is extremely light. Extremely light. So that's where I am.
You should be where you're at.
You should be where you are. You know, they played one ranked team since the beginning of the new year, and that's St. Mary's, who's in their conference. That's kind of a problem for me.
Yeah.
Feel me? What you got?
Yeah, I completely agree. When we were looking at stats of it, I kind of thought the same thing, and kind of looking at wins and losses, and you kind of look to see what the ranked teams were, and you're like,
man.
Oh, okay. Like conference. Like, you got some conference wins. Duke is a good win.
But Ohio State beat Duke.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so, and I love Ohio State. That's not a diss. I'm just saying they're clearly beatable. And we talk about Mark Few, who I give the utmost respect to. 23 years. 23 years,
23
man.
years.
23 years. Made the tournament every single year.
Yep.
Excluding the COVID year where you were 100% going to make it. Runner-up 2016 and 2021. Elite 8. 2014 and 2019, Sweet 16, 2000, 2001, 2006, 2009, 2016, 2018. Right?
Bounced in the first or second round 11 times, half the time.
Right?
Interesting.
I know.
Interesting.
So, you've been at the program for 23 years. You've been to the Final Four twice, the Elite Eight twice, and the Sweet 16 is cool, but you got to win, 2 games to get to the Sweet 16, to be completely honest?
So you're saying they're the Utah Jazz or the Denver Nuggets? They're a regular season team.
I don't know exactly what I'm saying, Pops.
Okay.
I really don't. But when I was taking the notes and doing the research, I couldn't help but wonder and want to bring up to you and see your opinion on some of this stuff here. You know, you're getting 25 to 27 wins per season,
Yeah.
but you're getting bounced out in the first or second round of the tournament half the time.
Yeah.
What do you do with that? What do you think of that?
I mean, to me, when you put the stats in front of me like this,
Yeah.
I'm surprised there's not more national championship game appearances.
I couldn't agree.
Right?
Couldn't
It's
agree
hard to
more.
win a national championship, so I'm not going to say I need more wins.
No doubt.
But at least appearances. At least Final Four appearances.
Twice.
Yeah, that's an issue for me.
I could not agree more. I couldn't agree more.
For the number 1 seed 5 times, that's an issue for me.
I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
So, I don't really know what you guys think of that, but I wanted to at least bring it up.
Yeah.
Because Mark Few is a phenomenal coach. That is not a diss. I just question the conference that they're in and who they play as it pertains to getting them tournament ready.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
And they're the number 1 seed, so you're expected to go get it done.
I need you, and you're
You're
in.
the top seed.
Let me see. Look,
Look.
I'm looking at your side of the bracket
Right.
in the West.
Yeah.
You better be in the Final Four.
What they got? Why do you say that?
If you look at this, your toughest teams
Yep.
on paper,
All right.
not going, hey, it's March Madness and you just never know,
Snarf.
is Duke.
Yep.
And they're the number 2.
They are.
But you've got a Boise State, a Memphis, a Connecticut, Arkansas, Vermont, Alabama, possibly a Notre Dame, Texas Tech, Michigan State, but they're not the same as they normally are.
You better beat all of them.
You better be in the
all
Final
of them.
Four.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say less.
You got the easiest side of the bracket as the number 1 overall seed, and you better take advantage.
Boom. We agree on that.
'Kay.
Moving on. Kansas Jayhawks out of the Big 12 in the Midwest, the number 1 out of the Midwest region. I think they probably went 29-6. I have 28-6 in my notes, but they won the Big 12 champion by beating Texas Tech. So they probably finished 29-6.
I would give that assumption.
Snarf, snarf. I mess with them.
Yeah.
Not going to sit here trying to pronounce people's names.
No, I'll do it, though. So we've got
Ochai
Oh.
Abjabi.
Ochai Abjabji.
I love Ochai. It's one of my favorite drinks at Stuffs.
Abjabji.
Sip the Ochai.
So 6'5" guard,
Ball.
19.7 points, 5 rebounds per game. Barely a 3-star prospect out of high school.
And in the 4 years he's been there, has turned into a possible first-round draft.
Hands down.
Baller.
Yeah.
So, kudos to your head coach, Bill Self, clearly
Hey,
coaching you up.
Ochai.
Ochai.
Achi. Good job.
No doubt. Christian Braun, 6'6" guard, averaging 14.5 and 6.5 rebounds. They're ready to go, man. They've won 5 straight, 9 out of the last 11,
Yep.
including the Big 12 tournament. It's one of those teams that I was talking about.
Yep.
You've been winning a lot, so can you go win 6 more? That's like basically your 15 of your last 17 games in a row. You're basically being asked to go and win. You know what I mean? That's tough. But if anybody can get it done, it's you guys.
Yeah, and you've got some interesting teams in the Midwest bracket that could cause some issues just for matchup wise.
No doubt.
It's not an easy way to the Final Four. Not easy.
No.
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 Not easy.
Not Gonzaga easy by any means.
No.
Yeah. What concerns me slightly is they have not have any out of conference big wins.
Yeah.
They lost to Kentucky earlier in the year by damn near 20. So that gives me a little bit concerned because I often wonder, are you guys battle tested as well out of conference? Because that's what all the tournament is. It's playing teams that you're not used to playing. So how ready for that are you guys?
Can we pause for a sec?
Absolutely.
And just because it's just us, it's real. We don't try to act like nothing's going on in the background and stuff like that.
We can pause.
Will you do me a favor and hit the record button on the camera? So the bottom right, you'll see you see it. Okay, perfect.
It's the authenticity of the 317
This
Sports
is us.
Contact with Penn and Pops. Yo, it's what we do.
This is us. Appreciate you.
We fuck up. We fuck it a lot.
It was all a dream. 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 It was all a dream.
You know what? I would say that I'm sorry about that technical difficulty, but I'm not because this is what we do, and we're amateur podcasts out
We're
here.
amateur
So
podcasts.
shit happens. So I ain't even gonna act like I'm upset about that.
No.
I'm actually surprised it's the first time this happened, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
So we back. Our bad. Bill Self, 19th year at Kansas, winning 77% of his games. Homie's been to the Big 12. He's won the Big 12 regular season and the Big 12 tournament 9 times in the same season, which is astronomical. It's his 18th tournament appearance, 19th with the COVID year.
Yeah.
Right?
04 national champs.
08 national champs.
That's what it says.
Yeah, 08 national champs. 3 Final Four appearances. 08, 2012, 2018. So basically every 4 years, homie's in the Final Four.
Yeah, and I think we can say, you get your recruiting class, develop them. By the time they get to juniors and seniors, you're about ready to make a run.
Make an Elite 8 or Final Four run.
Yeah.
That's perfect way to say it.
Yeah.
2018 Final Four, lost to Villanova, who ended up being the national championship, beating our boys UNC on that last second buzzer beater. Thank God they went and got it done the next year. Shouts to UNC. 2020, they went 28-3. They were definitely primed to make a great run at it, but, the COVID got everybody, so it'd be like that. What you think of Self?
He does enough to keep his job and win games, and, again, a good enough program to make a run. His wins are recent enough to where it's not like it's been stagnant.
Fair.
Like we said, he develops them. If they stay longer, they're going to probably make a run.
If you stay for 3 or 4 years, you're going to go to an Elite 8 or a Final
Hands
Four.
down.
That's pretty dope. I wonder what other coaches or what, the real college basketball people where they place a coach like a Bill Self, with the Caliparis and the blah, 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 blahs. I just kind of wonder, but he gets down. I'm not mad at them. Arizona Wildcats.
Yeah.
Out of the Pac-12, the number 1 seed in the South region. 32-3, I think that's what the note should probably say. 18-2 in conference. Pac-12 tournament champions beat UCLA last night. I stayed up late watching that game. They won 11 straight out of the gate, and they have won 20 of their last 22 games.
You like these boys.
I'm mad excited about the Arizona Wildcats. I think they can make a deep run for sure. They got 4 players averaging double figures. Benedict Mathurin, I believe is his name. Mathurin. 17. Mathurin. 17.1 points per game. Could be a lottery pick, they're saying. I don't really know. I haven't studied the lottery picks. We'll worry about that more in the upcoming NBA draft episodes later. Who really knows who's a lottery pick and who's not right now, but I'm mad excited about him. Good guard, great D, quick, can shoot it. He's one of those players that can win you a game if need be in the tournament.
Hands down.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You gotta have that one guy that
guy.
He came out and had 37 today. Like, oh shit.
Yeah.
So, and the Azulis can ball too, averaging 14 and 7. I don't even want to try to say his last name because I messed it up. I knew you were gonna do that. So Azulis can ball as well. They beat Michigan. They beat Illinois. They beat USC twice. They lost to Tennessee by 4 on the road. Not mad at that.
Battle tested.
Super battle tested.
That's definitely a deep run program. I mean,
right?
Right now, that's a deep run roster, deep run program. It'd be hard not to pick them for a minimum of a Final Four.
No doubt. When you look at the teams they play, no matter what region they in, most of the teams, when you boom and boom and you look boom and boom, Arizona should beat them.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
On paper, Arizona should beat them. I'm very high on them. And the homie Tommy Floyd, first year in Arizona, bro. Like, 21 years, assistant coach and associate head coach over there with Coach Few in Gonzaga.
Knows what a winning program looks like.
Knows what a winning program looks like. Pac-12 Coach of the Year. He's getting it done. They fired Sean Miller last year.
Do you think these boys go as far with Sean as they are with that, or that many wins?
Hell no. You're not getting 30 wins with Sean Miller. That's proven you're not getting that many wins with him. But this guy's getting it done. He's one out of 4 or 5 coaches to win 30 games in his first year. Not mad.
Not mad.
They're going to win a lot of games in the future as well. Moving on to the last number 1 seed. We got to just do this because they're on the paper.
It's Baylor.
Yeah.
Baylor Bears.
I'm not excited about this.
I don't get excited about Baylor.
Why
Bears.
is that?
They just do nothing for me. The program does nothing for me.
Really? Has it ever?
No.
Because they've been good for a long time.
Good for them.
Okay.
Good for them. Yeah. Good for y'all.
All right, so we got to go through it. 26-6 at the end of the season, 14-4 in conference. I think they tied Kansas, but they lost the tiebreaker because they were second in the standings when I was doing my research on the notes.
Yeah.
They lost in the first round. They lost on Thursday last week, so they should be pretty ticked off about that. On paper, they're a really deep team. They should be great. Just everybody's freaking hurt.
Got a lot of injuries.
A lot of injuries.
Listening to a selection show on ESPN, and Billis is talking about them, and really with the injuries they have, capable team, but they're huge holes to fill in the East.
Where are they?
Where they're at.
Oh, wow.
You got North Carolina, St. Mary's, UCLA, which was a Final Four team last year.
My Zips.
You got a lot of Kentucky. I mean,
there are no punks in the East region.
There's no punks in the East. I can see them depending. I can see in North Carolina beating them in the second round.
North Carolina is very slept on this year, Pops.
Hands down.
They can hoop, man. Hubert is doing a great job with them, so I can see that
I can see them losing second round or in the Sweet 16, but they will be the first number 1 to be eliminated.
Say less. Is that what you think that?
I really do.
All right.
Yeah.
You remember where you heard it. We'll
and they got some good, like you said, I mean, guard heavy, that matters in the tournament. They got Cryer. They got some guys averaging double digits, which is great.
Yeah, man.
Any of them can get you 25 if needed.
Which is dope.
Which is cool. You beat Michigan State, you beat Villanova, beat Texas twice, 2021 national championship. 3 freshmen, so far they've been on the big stage. Like, with the holes that they've got, you can't have holes in the tournament.
Fair. Not to go
as
a deep run in the tournament.
Not to go deep run.
No doubt. Scott Drew, 19th year at Baylor, winning 66% of his games, Elite 8 in 2010, 2012, Sweet 16 in 14 and 17. Another one of those coaches that's been around it forever, and you're doing a good enough job to keep your job, you know?
Yeah.
You're making some deep runs every few years. And like I said at the very beginning, man, doing this stuff, doing the research, I learned it is very hard to win tournament basketball games.
Hands down.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
So, good luck to Baylor, but we don't see it going very far. What you think?
No.
You want to take a break?
Let's take a quick break. Yeah.
We'll be back with the 317 Sports Project after these messages, fam.
Be right back.
It was all a dream. 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 It was all a dream.
We're brothers, we're happy and we're singing and we're colored. Give me a high five.
Welcome back to the 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops, brought to you by Clean Kicks, Columbus, Ohio's #1 premium sneaker service, premium sneaker treatment for premium sneaker heads. Give us a follow at cleankicks.614. Yeah.
Guys, there's going to be a lot of stuff that you don't see.
We got a lot going on tonight, y'all. And not bloopers.
No, just fuck Tom Brady so much. Like, that announcement threw everything
He's fucking
off.
the night up.
So-
Yes, he's fucking the whole night up.
If you see me disappear from view every now and then, it's just to make sure of some stuff.
The ghost of Tom Brady's fucking our shit all up.
Yeah.
Straight up.
So we're going to head into our last two segments. We talked about our top teams.
Yep.
Now we're going to talk about our sleepers.
Gotta talk about the sleepers.
Now, when we talk about sleepers, it's not necessarily ones we think they're going to go all the way. I think these are ones that could possibly break some brackets. And
No
that's
doubt.
kind of the point of March Madness, right?
I'm really frustrated because we did this segment before that didn't get recorded, and we murdered this segment.
Yeah.
So we gotta run it back and murder it again because we
Yeah.
just murdered the shit out of this segment
Yeah,
for
and
y'all.
you guys won't see it. So, I'm going to talk about my team, Michigan Wolverines.
Go blue.
Go Blue.
Yeah.
Big Ten Conference, 17-14 overall, 11-9 season. Up and down season for the Wolverines. Lost a lot of seniors, which is a huge explanation of that. You have a lot of young players on this team. And start 3 young players. So it kind of makes sense that you had some up and downs here and there. You start 2 senior guards with Eli Brooks and Devontae Jones. Devontae Jones has been lighting it up lately. He's really been playing well, being the point guard. B got to see him live at
That guy.
Michigan
He
OSU
Ohio
game.
State the hell up the other day.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Ended up having 21 points that game. So, very good. 2 freshman starters in Caleb Houston, who's averaging 10.7, and Musa Diabate, who's
Baller.
my favorite player on the team. Huge upside potential. Tall, lanky, loves going after offensive
Number
rebounds.
14 dude.
Number
He
14.
can go.
Super, super dark. Super dark dude.
Whoopi Goldberg lips.
Yes.
Black, for
Yes.
sure. Blurple.
Yeah. not black, not purple.
Blurple. Blurple.
And then anchored by a sophomore, Hunter Dickinson, probably top 5 big men. And yeah, that's
I'm
it.
happy you cleared that up the last
I
time.
didn't say it,
I'm
but I
happy
reset
you cleared
it.
that up because he had the
Yeah.
audacity to say he thinks he may be the best big man in the country, and I had to be like, nah. So that's a
Top
better,
5. I'll say
that's
top
a
5.
better
Yeah.
representation.
18.3 points, 8.3 rebounds, 1.4 blocks, shooting 56% from the field,
Yeah, man.
33% from 3. He's a good player. Kind of the classic big, somewhat slowy white big man.
Fair.
So don't know what you'll do at a higher level.
Fair.
But right now, you're playing really well.
Getting busy.
College game, you do really, really well.
Yeah, man. Doesn't always translate.
Doesn't always translate.
For sure.
You beat teams like Purdue 82-58, ended in regular season beating OSU, which is what got you into the tournament.
No doubt about it.
For sure.
No doubt.
That is what, because you were bubble and a lot of experts had you out of it. Some had you still at a 11 seed, which is what you ended up getting.
For sure.
What? So you've got. You're gonna be. Who will they play? I just forgot. We just looked at this.
I don't know what side they're on.
Colorado State, South. So I see you winning.
Oh, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Nah.
I can see you beating Colorado State. You're not beating Tennessee with how young the team is right now.
When the buck stops, for sure.
Yeah, that'd be a tough win. And Juwan Howard coming back after his 5-game suspension. You got to stop slapping people.
You gotta stop slapping people.
Can't be
bro.
slapping people.
You gotta stop slapping people.
So
He wasn't around for the last 5 games.
no, they did okay in that 5, but all year they lost close games that they shouldn't have lost, but then would go out. They played to the level of their competition.
Perfectly said.
Done. They play to the level of competition. So future's bright. I see in the next couple years them being back to maybe Elite 8, Sweet 16 team. Not going to be this year, but I do see that 11 over a 6 win this year for sure. My next team I'm going to bring up is going to be the Colgate Raiders. Now, as we were doing research,
good sleeper right here.
This is a decent sleeper.
This is a good sleeper.
So this was one that as I'm trying to look through bracket busters and sleepers, I wanted to kind of pick someone that I didn't know a lot about, but wanted to research some stuff on. So I landed on Colgate and found some just interesting stats. They're in a weak conference in the Patriot League. I couldn't honestly name another team. And the Army is Patriot League, Navy's Patriot League. There you go. I did pull it out, which would make sense. Patriots.
See what they did there? Fuck Tom Brady.
Fuck him. So they went 23-11 this year, 16-2 in conference. Their projected 14th seed ended up getting
13, 14? 13,
I think 14 actually.
14 on the dot?
Colgate.
Great toothpaste.
Great toothpaste.
For sure.
Seriously, why can't I find them
I'd
now?
have
Yes, Midwest.
Sorry.
Playing Wisconsin in their first game.
I can see that win.
Yeah,
for sure.
Wisconsin's not the same Wisconsin as they normally are.
Nope.
They just aren't. Reason I saw that, they start 2 juniors and 3 seniors.
Fair.
That's very important.
Fair.
You have players that have been in the program.
Camaraderie.
They all average double digits in points and shoot mid-30s and above from 3-point.
See.
Potent offense.
See.
Not a lot of size, which doesn't mean they're going to go far this year. Because size and rebounding matters, as we talked.
Touche.
They have like maybe 2 guys over 6'9", 3 guys over 6'9" on the roster. It's a lot of heavy guard play, but fast, quick, and want to score.
And in a tournament like this, if you get hot and you got 3 dudes shooting it from the 3-point line, you can't man-to-man them, you can't zone them, you can't figure out what to do with these fools, they can win 2 or 3 games and end up in the Sweet 16.
Hands down.
Up somebody's dream for sure. And that's exactly what you mean by a sleeper.
Exactly.
That's all you mean.
Yeah, and they're led by a senior, Nelly Cummings, 14.5 points, 4.4 assists, 36 from 3-point. And they won 19 of their last 20 games of the season.
That's balling.
60th in scoring, 11th in assists. Like I said, very guard heavy, so it's going to be a fast-paced game. Now, caveat to that. They've won in the last 4 years 86. They went 86-33. Okay?
Wow.
Great record. But 0-4 in the tourney.
Wow. Yeah.
I think with the older roster that they have, this would be their year to do it.
This could be one. This could be the one.
This could be the one to get their first NCAA win.
Word up.
It'd be tough to get past after that, but I can see them getting their first one.
I can see them winning a couple of games. I mean, I can see them beating Wisconsin, and I can see them beating the winner of Iowa State USC.
True.
And now you in the Sweet 16 if that happens?
LSU, not USC.
I'm sorry, LSU. I can see them beating LSU.
Yeah.
And then you're in the Sweet 16 if that happens, right?
Yeah.
That's
Why not?
a bracket buster.
So,
That's a good pick.
Yeah, I like him. Matt Langle, their coach, 10th season as a head coach. He's ingrained that system there. Coach at Temple as an assistant with Fran Dunphy before that.
Word.
He knows how to coach, and yes, it's a weaker conference, but I think with this roster, this could be one of those sleeper teams that could make some people upset that they didn't pick them.
I like that. I like that pick. Not bad. My sleepers. We're going to start off with the St. Mary's Gales out of the West Coast Conference. They ended up 25-7 in the regular season, 12-3 with Gucci Mania. Word. Projected 6th seed. Looking on here, I can't remember exactly what they ended up. They could have ended up a 5 or 6 seed. Pops will look and he'll tell us in a second. But projected 6th seed, but no one expects them to do a damn thing in the tournament.
Their 5th seed?
5th seed?
Yeah.
Not bad. That's pretty close. Why I'm into them is because they start 2 6-year senior guards.
Which is crazy.
It's unbelievable. Logan Johnson and Tommy Cuse is what I believe is how you pronounce that. But starting 2 6-year guards with that COVID year, probably a redshirt year, whatever the case may be. Lost to Wisconsin by 6. Beat Gonzaga by 10. My thing with them is that they've played one ranked team all year in Gonzaga. And that's kind of a problem for me.
That's a problem.
You're not battle tested. They play a very, very slow tempo. I think like the 250th ranked slowest or fastest, however you want to put that, team in NCAA basketball. But that's a very tough team to prepare for in 2 or 3 days for a upbeat, fast-paced team who isn't used to slowing it down. And now you've got a team who's used to averaging 80 points in a game, and they've got 47 points with 3 minutes to go, and they're frustrated. You know what I mean? So they would want to speed it up. So they could do some damage. They really could. Randy Bennett, 21st year at St. Mary's, winning 71% of his games, went to the Sweet 16 in 2010. But obviously, being St. Mary's, they don't do too well in the conference because, they're St. Mary's. But this could be their year to do some bracket busting. Don't get it confused on could be their year.
Right.
My second sleeper team is the Akron Zips, man. Gotta have a team out of Ohio. Gotta have a team out of the MAC because the MAC gets busy. Ended up 24-9, won the MAC tournament. Projected 14 seed. I think they ended up at 13. Maybe a 12. Ended up at 13. Won the MAC tournament. They beat the shit out of Kent State. They beat them by 20 to win the MAC. They won their last 8 games in a row. I'm into them. They have 4 players averaging 10, and they have two other players averaging 7+. Enrique Freeman, 6'7" sophomore. He's a double-double problem. He's averaging 13 and 11, but he has to stay out of foul trouble because after him,
It's huge.
After him, it falls off immensely as far as rebounding goes.
Which, again, very important.
So crucial.
Crucial in tournament, both offense and
He's
defense.
He's got to
rebounding.
stay in the game, Pops, because Xavier Castaneda is a 6'8" sophomore. Ali is another forward / center, whatever the case may be, but he's averaging 14.5 and 3 rebounds.
Yep.
So Enrique is going to have to stay out of foul trouble, and Ali is going to have to pick up some of that. We're going to need 5.5, 6 rebounds during the NCAA tournament. Xavier Castaneda, junior guard, 13 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists a game. I'd like to see that assist average go up some more in the tournament, maybe 4.5, 5.
Yep.
Lost previous 3 games in a row combined by a total of 9 points. Before that, they lost 2 games since mid-January. So they've been balling. John Groshy, their coach, 5th year at Akron, winning 62% of their games. MAC Coach of the Year in 2020. They're up and down as a coach, but they're on the upswing, man. They're on the upswing.
Well, you said it. MAC has been known to have some teams to make noise.
No doubt.
And do some bracket busting. OU's been one of those a few years. They have the capabilities to do so for sure.
Where are they? What bracket are they in? Where are they?
So remember, you chose them and St. Mary's, and there's a possibility that they would play each other in the second round.
Ooh.
East.
East bracket 13. Oh, snaps. Akron right there. St. Mary's at 5. They could play each other. They could totally play each other. And they could upset the team that they play.
Hands down.
Wow. Not a bad pick. You like that right there? Watch out for Akron and St. Mary's out of the East. They could do some damage.
Yeah.
Those are 4 good picks. I'm not mad at any of those, actually.
Yeah.
Right? You ready to move on to the fine print?
Fine print. This is
our last segment of the night. I'm happy we do the fine print. This is good to me to break up the monotony from whatever we're talking about. It's dope. So we only have a couple of things to talk about the fine print tonight because this first one I feel like we're probably going to talk about for a second. Carson Wentz trade. How you feel, Pops?
What had happened was we had said some stuff.
I feel like we owe him an apology. You want to check that and I'll apologize? When you run this back, you're going to see all type of glitches in our matrix. You're going to see different video footage. You're going to see different quality. You're going to hear different quality. Episode 4 wasn't our best. So I'm sorry. And that's really all we can say. We're sorry for Carson Wentz. We're sorry the footage didn't go great today. We're sorry we didn't record a perfect episode. Fuck Tom Brady.
Fuck Tom Brady.
The moral of tonight's episode is basically fuck Tom Brady. March Madness is here. We're excited about that, but fuck Tom Brady. Carson Wentz.
All right.
We're going to give it our gusto one more time.
Here we go, guys.
Here we go.
Look, didn't expect this trade to happen. Just did not think it was going to happen. When everybody was saying we wanted Carson gone, we're saying it's not going to happen. I didn't necessarily want him as a quarterback.
Nope.
I just didn't see him being moved.
How the hell they
didn't
gonna
make
move
sense
him?
to me.
Didn't make sense.
Didn't think that a team would actually take his full contract.
On paper.
Commanders, you're not smart.
Dan Smart, you're an idiot.
Which he's proven.
It's been proven.
So, I guess we should have known.
No doubt.
Had no clue. Now, Colts are in a place, I just feel lost, to be very honest with you.
It's a long night. You mean tonight or just like in general?
Just in the world right now. Just in the world. I don't know what to do.
I don't disagree, man.
I don't know what to do. So, what quarterback do you want? You know what? You've asked me 12 times tonight. What quarterback do you want?
Probably Deshaun Watson.
Deshaun Watson.
In a perfect world. Yeah.
Perfect world. Deshaun Watson. Probably going to be suspended to start wherever he gets traded. I'll say Ben when he was doing coke and doing his stuff with girls, and Zeke when he was doing his thing, and probably some sort of coke if you do nose rings and still wear your jerseys low cut that you're doing. So I would say you're probably going to get 6 games as well to start your season out whenever that happens. But I just don't see the Colts going after him. I don't know.
I don't need
Maybe.
It's
Love
a
it.
tough sell.
Love
Tough sell.
Now the rumor mill, the Twitter mill, because it's all rumors on Twitter.
No doubt.
Marcus Mariota,
Nope.
don't see it.
Don't want him.
Don't want him. You get injured all the time. You're saying, ooh, he could run with JT. What's his name? Not Jonathan Taylor Thomas. What's his name?
Just Jonathan Taylor.
Just one T.
No Thomas.
Got it.
Wow. I didn't put that together.
Right.
Wow. That's kind of weird.
So if he's oft injured, I'm not going to make him run more. I feel like that's not right.
Or Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, Derek Carr's the next one on that list. I think he would be the next person that I would want. But again, the Raiders have not made any reports, at least that I've seen, that they're wanting to get rid of him.
They do not.
So,
Why
there you go.
This conversation.
Sounds good.
Moving on.
Jimmy G.
Porn star Jimmy.
Look, he's a game manager. He's not going to go out there and win games with his arm often.
He's not beating Burrow. He's not beating Josh Allen. He's not beating Patrick Mahomes.
So,
moving on.
Matt Ryan. You like Matt Ryan?
I'm actually not mad at Matt Ryan.
Okay.
Out of all of them, I'm not mad at Matt Ryan. I think Matt Ryan does have the ability to get you the 2 to 3 games extra that you need. But based off your statistics, which say homie threw 20 touchdowns and 13, 14 picks.
Something like that.
I may be wrong.
Didn't have much of an offensive line or run game, nor a lot of weapons, but I don't see the math working that because we have a better offensive line that he's all of a sudden going to throw 16 more touchdowns. If we were wanting a 27-7 Carson Wentz to do 35.
He doesn't have another touchdown a game in him.
No.
It's a tough sell.
So, don't know. So,
the moral of the story is we don't know.
we have no clue.
We have no clue.
No clue. There's not a draft prospect out there that I really like, at least not this year.
No.
Excuse me.
7 quarterbacks.
My throat's
in 7
dry 'cause
years
I'm
could be
tired
the
from
thing,
talking.
yo. It could be 7 quarterbacks in 7 years, yo. So
Yeah.
just buckle up for the long play.
Yeah.
Because that's kind of what it is.
We've said this 37 times.
At least 47 times a night. We've recorded this same segment legitimately 4 times with different cameras and all of that. So we're doing our best. We're giving you our energy. But I swear, the first run, second run, third run, fucking fire. Fuck Tom Brady.
Yeah.
We have no idea who our quarterback's going to be. We're sorry. It's just the truth. You guys don't know. We don't know. The homie Heather on Twitter doesn't know. JJ doesn't know. Duck Wentz definitely don't know. We'll be sitting around trying to figure that out like the rest of you.
Yeah.
moving on. Coach K's final season. Do you give a shit?
Not really.
You really don't give a shit now because you're tired. You didn't give a shit before, but now you really don't give a shit.
Correct.
Yeah, fair enough. 43 years, you got to at least mention it.
So, Tar Heel fans.
Damn right.
So, you know how we feel. But, Coach K,
I mean,
you're the GOAT.
You're the GOAT.
You're the GOAT.
It'd be rude to not mention you your last year, man. Come on.
Yeah, you're the GOAT. Awesome Sega Genesis game. We've mentioned
sure.
a few times.
Yep.
This is the first time you'll hear it, but we've said it a lot. Great game.
It was a great game. Thanks for everything you did with Team USA.
And, yeah.
You got busy. But we're happy to see you go.
And again, we
Tom
see
Brady was going with you.
Yeah, we see why you did, as you said, that you're going to keep working with the team as a consultant. I understand now, which means you're not going anywhere.
John Shire.
I see why you chose him as your predecessor, because choosing a big name, they're probably not going to like you being there. So this is somebody that played under you and is like, yeah, sure, coach, keep helping me recruit people.
You don't want him to outshine you, Coach K. Let's just say it.
Correct.
Facts. So that's really all we got.
At least now.
It's March Madness. It's here. It's the week of.
Y'all.
It's 11 o'clock at night. We lost the hour. Pops is freaking exhausted. He's an old man in his heart. It's time to go to bed. But, this week, y'all, have a blast. This right here is what it's all about. March Madness is here. The tournament's back. We missed it in 2021 didn't really count because we weren't allowed to go and kick it. But go to a sports bar, drink all the beer. For all you Irish people out there, for all the white people celebrating St. Patrick's Day, drink green beer, wear green. This week is for y'all. I mean, this week is for all of us, but it's like the Super Bowl halftime show was for us, but for everybody. This week is for y'all.
Enjoy it.
Enjoy it. Go crazy. The 317 Sports Project with Penn and Pops. We out. We'll see you in a couple of weeks, y'all. Good night.
Good night.
Cause I was like 2 years old, first time I heard a beat drop.
Yeah.
And by 3 years old, I'm learning how to beatbox.
Yeah.
4 or 5 years old when I'm putting on the 45s.
Final.
Needle to the groove, I'm scratching up the sweet spots. Homie from the East Block, in that town where the fiends flock. Skip school all day, mama couldn't keep watch. Fresh fade with the Reeboks. Nah, nigga couldn't tell me nothing. I'm so sick in my own lane, preteen, pimping all the light skin, red bone loving. Boombox on with the headphones bumping, dreaming to find my niche. Cause I ain't really know back then when I picked up my first